All of these ingredients are so interesting.
These are not ingredients you're going to find in most people's grocery carts. These are a little bit unusual, and they do take a tremendous amount of skill and understanding in order to master them. And it takes a very important word, creativity.
Very interesting. I don't even know if you can eat it.
I don't even know, like, what half these ingredients are.
Okay, so maybe we're gonna scratch that idea.
Everyone's just focused on what they're doing.
I'm putting out what my fellow cooks are putting out is like a finale dish every single time. It is nuts.
The level of intensity is extremely high.
Everything can go wrong. I just have to keep my mind in the game.
I've never had this much competition before. Never.
It's absurd at this point. Like, everyone is so good, so being able to stand out and even just survive is a real challenge.
I'm not doing Asian today. I'm gonna go more of like a Nordic route, so I'm gonna do beets and squab. This dish is inspired by a chef that I worked with before, Christine Sanford, because she runs a very sustainable kitchen. The stems of herbs, potato peels, she doesn't throw away. She tries to repurpose everything in her kitchen, and she instilled all those values and principles in me. Because I won last week on a Vietnamese dish, I'm not gonna do that direction. I wanna show that I'm versatile. I just wanna keep a good tempo throughout this entire competition. You're not gonna make it to the top by playing it super safe.
Andre, how you doing?
Good.
What are you doing?
So I'm making a salmon with a crusted cricket. Then I have a pumpkin curry sauce going on here. Then I'm gonna grill these Nepalis.
Yes.
I'm definitely using the spices that I know with the ingredients that I don't know, especially the cactus and the crickets. I'm really stepping out of my zone right now. The risk is not getting that balance right, but I'm going for it. Originally, I came back to show my creativity and boost myself, but my perspective changed when my wife said she's pregnant. Now I'm here for my little baby. I want to win it for them, and I don't want to work at the hospital anymore. Even though it's a great job, I should be in food.
It's always gonna be tasty, but I really wanna have a great presentation and an inviting feeling to this dish.
I can't wait to see what you're gonna give us.
Thank you, Chef.
These things are spiky.
Hey, Taya.
Hi.
I'm gonna tell you, you got a lot of stuff on the go here, so tell me what's going on.
I am making salmon with sweet potato puree, and I've got some cactus salsa.
I'm choosing the salmon for my mother-in-law. My mother-in-law lives in Houston, Texas, and she came up to Vancouver Island, and she is obsessed now with salmon. Same thing with my husband. He's from Texas. We got engaged. Everything was going great, but last year he suffered a pretty serious stroke. It was very scary. He was in intensive care for a long time. He couldn't speak, he couldn't move. We didn't even know if he was gonna get out of it. When he came to, he just said, "I hope you know I can hear you, even though I can't talk." He said, "I don't want you to be with me. I don't want to get married to you. You have so many hopes and dreams for the future, and I just don't want to be that person that bogs you down." And I was like, "You're being stupid. Clearly, I'm gonna marry you." He's just such a believer in me. He ended up having a full recovery, but it was a really difficult time. It makes it a hard decision for me to come back to MasterChef Canada because I miss him. But I have the strength to do this because I have his support.
I need to push hard. Got a lot of work to do. Just trying to like temper the chocolate so it doesn't melt all over the place. I just took it off and I'm gonna add a little bit more chocolate, and once it stops melting, then that means it's tempered, and then I can add my crickets in.
Tempering chocolate is a huge time waster. You have to pay attention to it, and I'm getting behind on all my other components. Am I gonna have enough time? I don't know, but I don't want to play it safe, so this is what I gotta do.
Taya is using the chocolate mork to cover her crickets.
That's risky. If it pays off, though, it's gonna be delicious.
We're making some chocolate crickets. At least they're dead now. Garnish.
The plating is super important to me. I really want to make sure that it tells a story. Walking through these trails in the forest where there's stumps and growth and things are overgrown and the crickets are around the stump.
This is not a clean situation.
So I'm trying to work that in my brain onto the plate.
The cooks have less than 10 minutes. to finish a sustainable mystery box challenge that will send at least one person home.
This fish paste is pop.
I'm hoping that it's the whole blend of ingredients that will stand out in this dish. The curry is gonna be powerful, the salmon is nice and crisp, and I want the Napolis to just bring it all together.
Shaking.
In this kitchen, there's so many things happening at once. If you lose focus just for a second, something can go wrong. And my beef balsamic reduction got overcooked, so I need to do it again.
Add a bit of flavor to my dish.
I taste the fish cake and I really love it. It has a ton of flavor in there. The challenging thing with fish cakes is plating them. Plating is not my strength, so I don't know where to even start.
I'm looking down at my dish and I feel like I'm still missing something, but that could be me overthinking it.
I feel like I'm missing something.
30 seconds! Last 30 seconds, come on, get up! Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands up!
There's flavor, there's texture. The plate looks beautiful in my opinion. I'm really happy with it.
I think I've done enough to stay in the competition, but I don't know if I've done enough to win this one.
Taya, you're up next.
I did a pan-seared salmon, tempura'd squash blossoms, some puffed wild rice, sweet potato puree, and I dipped the crickets in the chocolate. It's kind of like the mud in a forest. You know, you got little bugs in the mud.
I think this plate looks terrific. It's certainly restaurant quality plating. It looks inviting. It looks colorful. And what was the cook you're hoping for on this beautiful piece of salmon?
I'm hoping for a medium rare.
Is that what I'm going to see here, Taya?
I sure hope so.
Well, let's see.
If I overcooked this salmon, I'm basically buying my one-way ticket out this door.
Look at that. That is as close to medium rare as I think you could have gotten it. That salmon tastes as if it was just pulled out of the ocean. It is so fresh, so clean, and so natural. That sweet potato sauce, it makes the perfect backfoil for a salmon dish like this because it adds that next layer of sort of creamy mouthfeel. It's a cook that shows incredible promise.
Thank you.
I've never had chocolate-covered crickets on salmon. I would never combine chocolate and salmon, but I'm glad you did. It's a really great balance. It's unexpected. The one thing I have to comment on is the fish, I believe, is under-seasoned. You could use a little more sea salt. Definitely not perfect, but bold.
Thank you.
I really need to win one, or like get top 3 or something. I'm hoping that this dish will do that.
Andre, you're up next.
I have a cricket-crusted salmon with a pumpkin curry sauce, grilled Napolis cactus, and baked okras.
I like the presentation. What's in the pumpkin sauce?
The mustard, salted cod caviar, and curry.
There's a very intense flavor. Something's making it very salty. It might be the caviar. Did you also apply salt to the sauce?
Yes, I did.
It's a common mistake. I'm gonna try it and see how it all works together. I like it. But I wish there was another element to it, something citrusy. I think overall the dish is on the right path, but you need to really control your seasoning.
I will, chef.
Well, I think the cactus really went well with the curry because it's got that silky, smooth, sticky to it, and the curry really gives a nice balance to it. The salmon, it's a tad overcooked. You cover the salmon, the cricket, to make it crispier. but you would need a lot of crickets in there to make this crispy. If you put lots of seeds, lots of nuts in there, and then take the cricket, add it on top, it would have been a better solution. Overall, it's quite a tasty dish, but it needs a little bit more. Please go back.
I don't feel amazing. I feel okay. I was going for simplicity, but I feel like I still should have pushed it a little more.